Hello. How is everyone this morning? I'll let you guys all log in. Okay. How's it going? So, today we have a very special guest. Her name is Lan Belinky, and she is the founder, one of the co-founders of Boscia, one of my favorite skincare brands. I use it religiously every single day. So we're excited to have her here today. And if you guys have any skincare questions or questions about how to start a company in the skincare category, please ask it, and we will try to get to all of them before the end of this live. So here we go. We're bringing her in here. Again, you can join us every Tuesday, Thursday, 10 a.m. Hi.
Hi, Sarah.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. You have
Thank
such a cute home office.
Oh, this is, you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. This is actually my bathroom.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we are just keeping it real here this morning, but it's just a great lighting and very quiet, strong Wi-Fi. So,
I love it. Cute little
yeah.
cactus in the back.
Yeah. How are you? It looks so cozy where you are.
Oh, yes, thanks. I am actually in Lake Arrowhead. Have you ever been up here?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we thought it was going to be a long weekend, and here we are 7 weeks later. We're still here.
Oh my God. You know what? It's not a bad place to be. You
No, it's
know?
beautiful. And we do little like late night or after work boat rides on the lake. It's actually really fun and relaxing and out of the madness. So, yeah,
Yeah, that's good. Staying safe.
staying safe. I know it's better to be away from everything than we'll probably be back in LA next week, so we'll see.
Okay.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
thanks for being here today.
Oh my gosh, thank you. This was like getting dressed. I felt like I had an event to go
I
to.
know.
It was
It
great.
it gives you purpose, right, for the day?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I didn't get to give a full introduction. I just kind of said your name, the brand, obviously Boscia, but a little bit about your background. I would love to hear a little bit more about your story. I know you grew up in Japan and you were inspired by your grandmother, and then you came over here and you kind of took a lot of those methods and brought it to the US. So can you go into a little bit more about your background and kind of your story and how you guys came to the US? And I think it's really interesting.
Absolutely. So again, thank you for having me. Such
Yes.
a fun way to kind of wrap up the week. But so my name is Lan Belinky, and I'm the co-creator of Boscia Skincare. So Boscia actually stands for Botanical Science, and we have really been a pioneer in this clean, non-toxic, safe beauty space since 2002. We really pride ourselves on being vegan, cruelty-free, and one fun fact about our brand is that we don't use any chemical preservatives to preserve our products, so we turn to natural alternatives such as radish root, honeysuckle, of course looking at the componentry. But that's a little bit about the brand. We are sold at most all prestige retailers, so please check us out, and also at Boscia.com. A little bit about myself. So I'm actually half Japanese. My father's Japanese. My mom is American, and I was born and raised in Japan. So ever since I was a little girl, I would, watch my aunt and my grandmother take really meticulous care of their skin. And it was, this simple 5 or 6 skincare routine, but that's really where my passion began for skincare. And then fast forward a couple years, when I was a teenager, we moved to the US, and that was when my father started Boscia. So growing up, it really started out in our home. One of the bedroom was always the Boscia office, so my sisters and I would always fight because I always wanted my own room, but that was something that wasn't going to happen. Our garage was really our warehouse. And, you know, even being a teenager, I would help out wherever I could, going to the malls, handing out samples, festivals. So I knew this was something I definitely wanted to be a part of. But being that age, I knew I had to go to college. So I went away to university, came back. In 2008, I officially joined the Boscia team. And from there, it was interesting because while I knew that was something I wanted to do, I do think my father was a little hesitant. He wasn't really for the idea in the beginning. So I had, you know, all different roles in the company. I worked in the logistics, really did packing and shipping. I worked in customer service, in marketing as an account executive. So I do think all of those roles really have helped me become who I am today and where I am. In addition to that, 2010, it's almost been 10 years, I launched the Luminizing Black Mask, the charcoal peel-off mask, which is, of course, till this day, still our number one selling product. And ever since then, I have really been spearheading product development, marketing. So now, yeah, just really excited to see the brand where we are. And it's just so fun now to see that clean beauty is on everyone's radar. We're all conscious about what goes on our skin. So it's been a fun journey.
Yeah, I love that. You guys were so ahead of the trend of clean beauty. You weren't just kind of hopping on the bandwagon. You actually were that and were one of the pioneers. And also, I love that you were every part of the business.
Yeah.
And that's so important, especially now running the entire business. You know, knowing each and every role that goes into it. So you're not just kind of walking in blindly. You understand all of the operations. It's a really good tip for people out there that want to start their own company. You know, most people starting it kind of are doing everything. So it is a really important factor, I think, and takeaway for people to know this.
Absolutely, definitely. And even along having all those different roles, I, of course, had great mentors who were previous GMs and they really helped guide me. But absolutely, I do think just understanding how each department works is really, really important. So when you're having a campaign or event that you really think through, like, well, logistically, are we going to be able to ship this out? You know, what about accounts receivable? Did we get the payment for this? I'm glad it shipped out, but you know, it's been 30 days. So it absolutely has helped me become successful in this position. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. So, okay, it's been 7 weeks now since, you know, all of this happening. How has your day, like, take us through a day in the life now versus, you know, a few weeks ago? I know you're a mom. You've probably got kids running around. I've got a kid in my lap right now. It's how do you, do you have a routine? Like, what's a day in the life now for you?
So I'm gonna be real with you, Sarah. I have three small kids. I have a daughter that's 4, and I have twin boys that's gonna be 3 in June. So it has been crazy. And really the only thing that's been consistent in my life is my skincare routine. So morning and night, I get about 30 minutes, which is great. And yeah, every morning at 8:30, I do have a conference call with all my executive team. So that's been consistent. So that's been fantastic. But you know, I would say I probably wake up around 6:30, and then I wait for the kids to wake up. That'll be, you know, 7:30. Right now, they're in this pattern of loving hanging out in our bed for like an hour.
Same.
And then we all go downstairs and have breakfast, and then I hop on that 8:30 call. And then so for myself, my husband he always has been working from home. So I'll kind of take the kids the morning half, take whatever calls I can, you know, do some emails. We try to like go for a walk with the kids. We do a lot of drives. Follow garbage trucks around.
Yeah.
It's been interesting. And then we'll come home around noon, and then that's when my husband will watch the kids. And that actually allows me to have one-on-one time with anyone from my team members. And then I would say 4:35, the kids are just in need of attention.
Yeah.
So we do another round of whether it's going for a walk, just riding their scooters out front. And then we do dinner. And then by 8 o'clock, I would say they're usually all in bed. And that's when I can kind of hop back on my computer, try to wrap up anything pending from the day. But yeah, I mean, that's a good day. And that's not how
I like that.
every day.
Yeah.
That's how I like to structure it. But of course, you always have those one-offs. And yeah, I've had calls where, you have the kids crying and you're like, I'm sorry, I'm going to meet everyone. I'm here, but don't mind me.
Now everyone's so much more understanding. Usually when you're working from home, it's like, it must be silent. Like, I've got a dog hopping in my lap. My daughter's crawling on me. Like, people get it. So I feel like people are becoming a little bit more understanding of life at home and the reality of that. And, high five to you as a mom and trying to juggle all of this, because it's not easy.
No. Yeah. How has it been for you, Sarah? Has it been quite an adjustment?
Yeah, well, it's my husband and I both working full time at home, and everyone loves a Zoom call, right? So it's like constant Zoom calls. You have no break. They're like, I need a snack. I need this. I need that. So it's a juggle all day. But I feel like for my routine, I love getting up in the morning, taking a shower, doing my makeup, and changing out of my pajamas.
Oh, that's nice.
See the hand? And that for me makes me feel like I've gotten ready for the day. And now I'm just, every day's a little bit different. It's, getting on Zoom calls. It's, always something new. But for us, we work in a lot in influencer marketing. So it's, the adjustments of campaigns shifting, postponing, talent having to shift their strategies. And it's a lot of that. And it's a lot of the hand. It's a lot of this, kind of reconfiguring and it's a lot of almost therapy with a lot of our talent and clients and figuring out what's next with this, unknown situation that's going on. So
I know.
Yeah. But, I think for me, that was my next question to you is like, what do you think is the new normal? Like, how do you think you guys are going to be a better company coming out of this whole thing?
Yeah, so I do think for us, with a lot of our weight of our business coming from the prestige retailers, brick and mortar doors, and that being closed now, we definitely have shifted a lot of our focus to digital. So that's something that we've been definitely leveraging. I mean, .com is still open, but even for our own Boscia.com, how do we ship this out? How do we figure this out logistically? So it has been very complicated. But I would say as far as, how we do day-to-day business, everything is now, okay, how do we support the .com business? And I think this really scary part is it's not up to us when the stores are open. And it's not really even up to the retailers when they're going to open. So we're all just hanging tight, doing what we can. But it really is it's a difficult time.
Yeah. You bring up a good point with like focusing on the .com and your own community. That's a lot of the advice we're giving to our influencers that we manage is like building your mailing list, talking to your community, seeing what they want. And the same thing with brands. That's the one thing that you can control and that you own, essentially, because if these stores go out of business or if they're not working like you guys are, it's really the one way you can connect with your community and really understand what they want from you and what they don't like and what, how you can really, benefit from all of this going on.
Absolutely. And, like you just mentioned, something we had to do to adapt is listening to our consumer. And we heard, free shipping was something everyone wanted. And that was something we had toyed with the idea, but when this happened and we knew online was one of the only places our customers could access it, it was almost a no-brainer. So we do have free shipping now, but these were some of the changes we had to make. Even from a social strategy, we've done more Instagram Live, I think, this year, actually this April, than we've probably done in all of 2019. So just being really creative, pulling levers that we were maybe unsure, but now we're in a position where it's like it's now or never. So
yeah, and I think people, you know, brands, like, purchasing decisions are so different now. They're not just buying everything. They want to connect with the people behind the brand. They know what they want to know what the brand stands for, what your vision is. Like that, I think people can really connect with. Comment if you guys agree, but you know, if I'm going to buy something, I want to know everything about that brand and why I'm supporting that business. So I think it's great that you've been doing these lives.
Yeah, no, I agree, and it's been fun, and it's been, I think, if anything, a growing opportunity for myself personally too. So yeah, no, it's been definitely a silver lining out of all of this situation.
Yeah, for sure. And then you said you're on social media, you're doing lives. Is there anything different you've changed about your social media strategy in the last few weeks?
Yeah.
More content, less? Like what's been the changes?
Absolutely, Sarah. So one of the hardest shifts we had to make in the beginning of the pandemic is that we couldn't go into our office to shoot content. So that was really hard, but you know, I have an amazing team and the marketing manager. She was able to reach out to some of our senior level executive team, ask if they would be so kind to maybe shoot a tutorial at home, a pro tip. Of course, everyone was on board, so we were able to use that content. We also have amazing, just organic Boscia UGC that our fans put out there. So we're so grateful for them, but we've been able to leverage their content, their reviews. So we've been using a lot of that on our end. And then just working with our group of ambassadors that we did previously have prior to the pandemic, but really partnering closely with them. And they've actually taken on a lot of the Instagram Live as well. So again, just really almost starting from scratch. And we just had to get creative, knowing there were just limitations that were completely out of our hands. But it's definitely an evolving process, and I don't think we have it, 100%, but we've come a long way since it first started.
Yeah, that's interesting because actually one of the services that we are now really pushing is content creation, because so many brands can't shoot. And by hiring an influencer or an ambassador, like you mentioned, you get a photographer, a creative director, an influencer, a hair, makeup. I mean, you get every single service, the studio. So you kind of get that all in one. So that's been something we've been, kind of shifting our business model towards, because it's what brands need now. There's no studios.
Exactly. And that's so clever. I mean, I know we're still, contemplating what are we going to do with some of the videos for our newness launch, because the studios aren't open. So it is tricky, but it's, again, just trying to get creative.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then have you started watching, like, personally, any books or Netflix shows or movies or anything you've been kind of binging over the last few weeks?
Yeah. So I definitely did the whole Tiger King. That was a while back. That was something we watched. Netflix, I don't know, this is so odd, but I've been really into, like, watching horror movies. So I've been watching a bunch of scary movies on Netflix.
Okay.
I know, it's really random. And then any beauty-related podcasts I have been listening, but nothing really out of the ordinary. It's just been really hard to even find time with the kids here all the time. So that's, What about you? Anything good I'm missing out on Netflix?
I mean, we did Tiger King, of course. We had to be in the conversation of all the craziness. We started Ozark, which I really like. we started on episode 1, season 1, and now we're almost finished season 2.
Okay.
So that's fun. And then we love like documentaries and just, you know, stuff like that. So we watch what do we Jeopardy. We like watching Jeopardy while we're making dinner. I'm like, we are officially 90 years old, but it is a good show.
Making your puzzles.
Yeah, we haven't done a puzzle yet. You know, I like to order some on Amazon and they were all sold out, all the cute ones. So yeah, no puzzles. We did play Monopoly once, which was fun. Yes. The constant snacks, right?
Oh, I get it. I told my husband, please take them for a drive.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Please, for an hour.
Have you picked up any new hobbies?
So I have been using this time to kind of read into astrology. That's something I've always been interested in. So reading about my sign, my kids' signs. I guess that's kind of a hobby I picked up.
Yeah. Fun. And then how about like, I know myself, staying connected to family and friends. Like I've never been on more Zooms and FaceTimes in my life. So me personally, I feel like I'm more connected to our New York team, my family, cousins I haven't talked to in years. How are you staying connected? Do you kind of feel the same way, or any fun ways you've been connecting with friends and family?
Yeah, a lot of Zoom, FaceTime, that's been popular. My parents do live pretty close, so we do kind of like the drive-by where we say hi, but that almost makes it harder sometimes because the kids, my daughter understands, but the twins are like, why can't we go? And we're like, oh, the virus. So
yeah,
we do a lot of those. I've been wanting to write, I'm really into like writing actual physical letters, but I'm wondering too, like, is that safe to mail? I don't know. So
yeah,
I'm still thinking that through, but I would say FaceTime more than ever. Yes.
Yeah. I'm doing something this Saturday. My friend just invited me to its virtual bingo.
Oh, that sounds really fun.
Yeah, people are getting creative. So we'll see how that goes. I feel like there's so many fun things like that popping up. There's all these apps. There's one called oh no, I'm forgetting it. It's like a FaceTime, but you can play games on it.
I've seen it. Where is it? I've seen a lot of people post on Instagram. It's like they draw and you guess the animal.
House Party? I think House Party?
Someone knows. Someone's got to know.
House Party, I think is the name of it. It's so fun. Virtual Cards Against Humanity. That's a great idea. Yes, House Party. Thank you.
I can't wait.
Yeah, there's fun things to stay connected. So I always like to get everyone's tips. And then do you have any advice for anyone that's currently struggling during this time? There's so many people, obviously, that are really struggling. Do you have any advice for anyone that might be watching?
Yeah. So I would say my first two advice are more practical. The first would be, for myself, I learned the hard way, is if you can, anywhere you are, try to makeshift a desk. I tried sitting on the couch, working, from my lab a couple days. It just wasn't the same. But one of the days I decided, I'm going to post up here on the dining room table. It was a lot easier. Again, many days I have to come into the bathroom, so I make a little desk, kind of, chair, table, whatever I have. But then automatically I feel like, okay, I'm working now. So that's been helpful. And for those of you who have children and a partner, I would say try to split up your time. I know for me, rather than both of us trying to watch all three and, do work, it seemed to work a lot better when one person focuses on the kids. That way you can really, really concentrate. Mm-hmm. But I think my biggest advice for everyone out there is, just be really patient and kind and gentle to yourself. I see so much on social media on expectations coming out of here with a new hobby, or you worked out every day, or what have you. It's just such a difficult time, I think, for everyone. So really just be gentle with yourself. I think that would be my biggest advice, that we're all going through something different.
That's really good advice, because it's true, especially on social media. You see all these people, it's like they're working out and they're cooking every meal and they're doing, and you're like, I'm failing at life, right?
For sure. And Sarah, I have to say, before this, of course, you know, I was checking out your Instagram page, but I saw that you made this strawberry cake from like Betty Crocker, and I was like, you know what? I love her so much because I actually have that exact same mix in my kitchen. My daughter has been asking me forever today we're gonna make them.
Yes.
But I was like, yeah, like I don't do the organic banana bread, like but that's okay.
Yeah.
And so I don't
either.
To find that at the store.
Yeah, and you know what? That Betty Crocker strawberry cake was amazing.
I'm sure it was.
Right? And Betty Crocker actually DM'd me and was like,
no way. No
I was
way.
like fangirling that Betty Crocker wrote me directly and was like liking our content.
I would be super excited. That's amazing. Okay, well, now you know what my afternoon looks like.
Yes, and you have to do it live. I don't know if your kids love, like my daughter is obsessed with YouTube.
My daughter
and she pretends she's like a YouTuber. It would be really cute. Like I've never gotten more comments from friends and family on that video than I think anything.
I think we're gonna have to today.
Yeah.
How old is your daughter, Sarah?
She's 4.5.
Oh, okay. Oh, like almost same age as mine.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yep.
Cool, very cool.
They love it. I mean, anything cooking, she's like all about it. So, okay. So we've got a couple more minutes left, and I want to ask just some like fun fact questions about you.
Right.
So since this is simply work from home coffee break, how do you take your coffee or tea?
Yeah. So, I'm not a big fan of coffee, so I drink tea. So currently I've been drinking a lot of English breakfast black tea with a little bit of honey. That's my to-go-to, yeah.
Nice. What are your outfit details today?
Oh, so my outfit details. So I've been really into rings. These are from Mondo & Mondo. They're actually, these two are actually mood rings.
I was going to say, they look like mood rings.
They are. They're actually adult mood rings. They're so fun. So I was actually really happy putting these on this morning. So thank you, Sarah.
Yeah. And you guys, I love that everyone else is commenting their answers. So yes, when I'm asking Lan, just answer your questions as well. I love that. Okay. Favorite social media platform?
Instagram.
Yeah.
I'm curious to ask you though, Sarah, are you on TikTok? Do you do a lot of TikTok?
We just got on.
Oh,
I know. I'm like very old for TikTok, but it is fun.
That's what everyone's been saying. But
I love watching the TikToks, but then also my husband, I'm so surprised, but he got into it and we did like one of those dances.
No way. That's so fun though.
Yeah, and we had a blast doing it. So we have fun sometimes doing TikTok. Yeah.
Hey.
I'm into it.
I love too.
Okay. Can you share one fun fact that most people might not know about you?
That I played varsity water polo and swimming for 4 years in high school.
Interesting. Okay. 3 personality traits that describe you.
I would say optimistic, inclusive, and friendly.
Love. I love here because it's a lot of entrepreneurs we have on this, and there's so many similar qualities. It's really interesting.
Oh, really?
Optimistic, positive. You're one of those people that's like, nothing's going to get in your way. You'll figure out a way around it and make it happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Love that. A life mantra.
I think it would be, you know, we're all going to be okay. We're going to get through this. It's going to be fine.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you have a pet peeve you can share?
Pet peeve. I would say when someone is chewing really loudly. I don't know why. It kind of
that's annoying.
Like, ooh, that's kind of annoying, but that would be my pet peeve.
Are you a texter or a caller?
You know, before this, I was 110% texter. But now, sometimes it's so much easier to just pick up a phone. But I am still learning that, especially with my team. I want to be respectful. So I'm always like, hey, call me when you have a second.
Yeah.
But, yeah, phone call has been my go-to lately.
I know. It gets so much more done fast, right?
Right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, so much faster.
And final question, first place you will be getting on an airplane to go to after all of this is over.
I would say Tokyo to go see my grandma. You know, yeah, definitely. Definitely that would be the first place I'd go to. What about you?
Nice.
Any trips planned for?
We are already, like my husband and I, even though we're working from home, we're like, we need a vacation. We are dying to go to like Cabo for the weekend. I think that's going to be our first.
Oh my gosh, that would be just amazing.
Yeah, no kids, just us. So, yeah.
That's good.
Thank you so much. This was awesome.
This was so fun.
I know. I'm like, can we do this every day? This is awesome.
Right?
But where can everyone find you and where can they buy Boscia and
yeah, great question. So Boscia, you can find Boscia at boscia.com. We are offering free shipping till end of May, so that's just a great way to yeah, get some of your essentials. You can find me on Instagram at Lan Belinky. But thank you so much, Sarah. This was so fun and really gave me a purpose this morning.
Oh, good. Yeah, and your fans, all of your fans are so fun. They're so engaging. Thank you guys for commenting.
You guys for joining.
Yes, this is awesome. We do this on the Simply channel every Tuesday, Thursday at 10 a.m. We're always bringing in great female. We're always bringing in great female founders, stylists, bloggers. So I really appreciate you being here today and sharing your morning. So
yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sarah. We'll see you again soon.
Okay. Bye.